Bayonet variations. Basically, there are only two bayonets you're going to find in any quantity or easily to find. The collector's book has the prototypes and all the other stuff, and that's kind of getting into an advanced collector and that. But what we basically get is the newer modified version with all our guns, the 9130. And you can find some original M91 bayonets. And I'd like to thank, I'm going to try to do his name again, I got it wrong the first time. Heliosaurus is the YouTube user that kind of keyed me in on where to get one of these. The guy was selling. I'll get up and give a closer look at these. Okay, this is what we're getting with all our M9130s, and that's the M9130 bayonet. You know, basically the notches where you slide over and the spring-loaded lock. The original 91 bayonet is a little bit different. It's got its socket bayonet, you turn it over, and then once you get the front sight up in there, this little ring just slides over and locks the bayonet on. That's the difference. You got a screw here. You could probably screw that down and to where it would be permanently affixed, more or less, so you couldn't get it off. But that's the difference. The lock ring style, that's the original style, and you know, everybody's familiar with the more modernized version. Something about this. These here were very rare at one time, but some of them were imported. And the thing is, these will only fit on an M91 style rifle. I'll show you here in a minute. We'll get them on the rifles. Where the other bayonet, this bayonet will fit on an M9130, and this will fit on the M91, the older version. This will go on there. Okay. Like I said, Heliosaurus told me where to go, and I found a guy had some on an online auction. It was about 65, 70 bucks. But I found a few other places that's about to go in rate, around $75 to, I've seen some of these advertised for $150. I mean, I have two 91s. It's a neat accessory to have on there to say, but I've only got the one. I don't think I'm going to buy any more of them because it's getting a little pricey. You know, you can 10, 12 bucks you can get a M91 bayonet. But they were hard to find at one time in the country, but now, you know, some of them did come in, but not a lot of these older ones. So here we go. We'll show you, give you a demonstration of, this is our M91 original with the blade front sight. Okay, as you know, 9130s have this kind of hooded sight, and this is the reason why the older bayonets will not fit on these guns. I'll show you here. So basically, let's get it over here. We got the rifle, and you got your front sight. You line it up with the one groove. Basically, you just come down, turn it, you know, go down with it all the way, like that, and then this just turns behind the sight, and that's what holds it in place. So basically, that's the old style, and that's the way they had it on these older guns. This thing here sticks a little. And just to show, if you take a modern bayonet 9130, come down, put pressure on the spring, and twist it over, it'll go in and lock in place. I ain't going to lock it all the way because I don't want to get stuck. So, that's the difference in the bayonets. You know, as we know, with our 9130s, oh, sure grill. You know, these just come down, lock, where this older one, the sight, what gets you is the sight base. That's what's throwing you off. So you can't use these older bayonets on the newer guns. But that's the difference in the bayonets, and I have one. And when we go and do our test firing in that, I'll have the bayonets when I test fire the guns, the 91s, the older 91s, so we have a proper bayonet, a period bayonet, and maybe I'll even shoot a few rounds out with the new bayonet. Let's see. And while I'm here, I'd also like to thank another YouTube viewer, subscriber. I think it's Log Cabin Loons. It's another person who's given me a lot of advice and showed me different websites to get some information on this, and he checks out all my Nagant videos too and puts in some positive comments. I'd like to give thanks to him for his input and help. And hopefully when I get time, I'm kind of running out of time now, I wanted to do a few other things. Maybe during the week I'll go over some other variations. I'm a little tired and short of time, and I'm going to get these videos up and out, and as we go, we'll go over some other finer points, stock marks, the little cartouches on the stock, and other different things. And then once I get time and the weather breaks, we're going to shoot all of these guns.